Ms. Ritika, who stands selected from Panchkula Lok Sabha constituency of Haryana state, will now take the oath or affirmation. Ma'am, would you like to take oath or affirmation?
Oath, please.
In which language would you like to take the oath?
Hindi, please.
मैं रितिका राठौर मैं युवा संसद के निचले सदन की सदस्य निर्वाचित हुई हूँ। ईश्वर की शपथ लेती हूँ कि विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति सच्ची श्रद्धा एवं निष्ठा रखूंगी। मैं भारत की प्रभुता और अखंडता अक्षुण्ण रखूंगी तथा मैं जिस पद को ग्रहण करने वाली हूँ उनके कर्तव्यों का निष्ठापूर्वक निर्वहन करूंगी। धन्यवाद।
Ms. Ansita, who stands elected from North Goa Lok Sabha constituency of Goa state, will now take the oath or affirmation. Ma'am, would you like to take oath or affirmation?
Oath, please.
In which language would you like to take the oath?
English, please.
I, Ms. Ansita, having been elected a member of the lower house of the Youth Parliament, do swear in the name of God that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established, that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India, and that I will faithfully discharge the duty upon which I am about to enter. Thank you.
Ms. Jnv, who stands elected from Calicut Lok Sabha constituency of Kerala state, will now take the oath or affirmation. Ma'am, would you like to take oath or affirmation?
Oath, please.
In which language would you like to take the oath?
Malayalam, please.
ഞാൻ കുമാരി ജാൻവി കൃഷ്ണ യുവജന സഭയുടെ താഴത്തെ സഭയിലെ അംഗമായി തിരഞ്ഞെടുക്കപ്പെട്ടിരിക്കുന്നതിനാൽ ദൈവത്തിന്റെ നാമത്തിൽ സത്യപ്രതിജ്ഞ ചെയ്യുന്നു. നിയമപ്രകാരം സ്ഥാപിതമായ ഭാരതത്തിന്റെ ഭരണഘടനയോട് ഞാൻ സത്യവിശ്വാസവും നിഷ്ഠയും പുലർത്തും. ഭാരതത്തിന്റെ സ്വാധീനവും അഖണ്ഡതയും സംരക്ഷിക്കും. കൂടാതെ ഞാൻ പ്രവേശിക്കാൻ പോകുന്ന കടമ വിശ്വസ്തമായി നിർവഹിക്കും. നന്ദി.
Honorable members, as you meet today, it is with heavy heart that I stand before you to inform the demise of Shri V.S. Achyutanandan, former Chief Minister of Kerala, veteran parliamentarian and a respected public servant. He passed away on 21st July 2025 at the age of 101 in Thiruvananthapuram. Born on 20th October 1923, Shri Achyutanandan dedicated more than 7 decades of life to public service and the upliftment of the underprivileged. He was a member of the Communist Party of India, Marxist. He served as a member of the Kerala Legislative Assembly multiple times and had several key positions in public life. He was 11th Chief Minister of Kerala from 18 May 2006 to 16 May 2011. The passing of Shri Achutanandan is a profound loss to the Indian politics and to the nation. On behalf of the House, I express our deep condolences to the bereaved family and to the admirers of the departed leader.
Honorable Speaker, I rise to pay my tributes to Shri V.S. Achutanandan, whose death has been deeply mourned by all. Shri Achutanandan ji was a towering figure in Indian public life, a committed freedom fighter, trade unionist, and one of the founding pillars of Communist Party of India Marxist. He remained as a symbol of integrity and unyielding spirits throughout his life. His tenure as Chief Minister of Kerala was marked by the landmark initiatives in anti-corruption, environmental conservation, and people-centric governance. Even in his 80s and 90s, he served as an elected representative and a public servant, inspiring generations with his discipline, simplicity, and commitment towards social justice. His life reminds us that politics can be a noble path when pursued with honesty, courage, and compassion. Today, as we all mourn his passing, we also celebrate a life which served people, a life of unwavering ideals and fearless convictions. We also extend our deepest condolences to his family, comrades, and countless admirers.
माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय, मैं आपकी और सदन के नेता के द्वारा दी गई श्रद्धांजलि के साथ स्वयं को जोड़ना चाहती हूँ। अच्युतानंदन जी सिर्फ एक राजनेता नहीं थे, बल्कि वे विचारधारा के प्रति समर्पित, सादगी और ईमानदारी के प्रतिमूर्ति थे। वे उन चुनिंदा नेताओं में थे जिनके लिए राजनीति सत्ता नहीं बल्कि सेवा का माध्यम था। मैंने व्यक्तिगत रूप से हमेशा अच्युतानंदन जी को एक ऐसे व्यक्ति के रूप में देखा जो अपनी बात डट कर रखते थे, भले ही वे सत्ता पक्ष को असर क्यों न करें। वे विपक्ष की उस परंपरा का हिस्सा थे जहाँ असहमति की गरिमा के साथ व्यक्त की जाती थी। आज जब देश में मूल्यों की राजनीति सिकुड़ती जा रही है, तब हमें अच्युतानंदन जी का जीवन याद दिलाता है कि राजनीति का अर्थ केवल पद नहीं बल्कि नैतिकता और जनसेवा होता है। महोदय, मैं अपनी पार्टी और अपनी व्यक्तिगत ओर से उनकी परिवारजनों, सहयोगियों और अनुयायियों के प्रति गहरी संवेदना प्रकट करती हूँ। ईश्वर उनकी आत्मा को शांति दे। मैं अपनी पार्टी से उनके विनम्र श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित करती हूँ। धन्यवाद।
The House will stand in silence for a while to express their deep sorrow. Please. Secretary General to convey the message of condolences to the bereaved family.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Prime Minister to introduce new ministers.
Honorable Speaker, I have great pleasure in introducing to you and through you to the House my colleagues, the new ministers. Master Aniket, Minister for Forest and Environment. Ms. Ashrita, Minister for Tribal Affairs. Thank you, ma'am.
Now, question number starts. Question number 101, Master K. Devanraj, please.
Honorable Speaker, the Indian healthcare system is a diverse and complex network of public and private sectors that provide a wide range of medical services to India's 1.4 million inhabitants. Despite undergoing significant changes over the years, the system continues to face multiple challenges. These challenges include inadequate infrastructure, a shortage of healthcare professionals, urban-rural disparities, limited health insurance coverage, insufficient public healthcare funding, and a fragmented healthcare system. India is grappling with the burden of non-communicable diseases, which poses a significant challenge to its healthcare system. Will the Minister of Health and Family Welfare be pleased to state? A. Whether the government has initiated any programs to improve the healthcare system in India? B. If so, the details are. C. Whether the government has taken up any measures to improve the medical tourism in India? D. If so, the details are. Thank you.
Honorable Minister of Health and Family Welfare, please.
Honorable Speaker, ma'am. A. Yes. B. The Indian government has initiated multiple programs to improve the healthcare system. The National Health Mission improves the availability of medical equipment and supply. This also promotes community participation and engagement in healthcare decision making and service delivery. The Ayushman Bharat scheme is a health insurance program that provides coverage up to INR 5 lakh per family per year for secondary and tertiary care hospitalization. C. Yes. D. for medical tourism due to relatively low cost for medical procedures, availability of skilled doctors, and advanced technology. Factors such as cost-effective treatment, a wide range of specialties, alternative medicine, English language proficiency, and ease of travel have contributed India's growing medical tourism industry. Madam, despite challenges, the continued investment in healthcare and innovation provide reason to be optimistic about the future of healthcare in India. Thank you.
Supplementary question number 1. Master Ashish, please.
Honorable Speaker, the Minister of Health and Family Welfare is pleased to state A. Whether the government has allocated particular amount of fund to improve the healthcare in the country. B. If so, the details thereof. Thank you.
Honorable Minister, please.
Honorable Speaker, ma'am. A. Yes. B. The positive transformation of Indian healthcare system is a multifaceted and ongoing process that involves many different changes and initiatives. The statistical data shows that average life expectancy at birth in India has increased by approximately 3 years in last 10 years. The government has been working to improve the healthcare system through various initiatives to strengthen primary, secondary, and tertiary healthcare services. The Indian government has spent 2% of India's GDP on healthcare in financial year 2022 with 860 billion Indian rupees. With 860 billion Indian rupees forecast to reach over 2.5% of GDP by 2025. Ma'am, the country's healthcare market had been becoming one of the largest sectors in terms of revenue, employment, and industry was growing rapidly. Ma'am, the central and state government budgeted expenditure on healthcare touched 2.1% of GDP in financial year 2023 and increased by 2.5% of GDP in 2024. Thank you.
Ma'am, supplementary question please.
Yes, you may proceed.
अध्यक्ष महोदय, क्या स्वास्थ्य एवं परिवार कल्याण मंत्री यह बताने की कृपा करेंगी कि क्या आयुष्मान भारत योजना के तहत स्वास्थ्य बीमा का लाभ उठाने वाले विकलांग लोगों की संख्या पर कोई डाटा उपलब्ध है? यदि हाँ तो विविध विकलांगता, लिंग, आयु के लोगों की संख्या का ब्यौरा क्या है? यदि नहीं तो इसके क्या कारण है? धन्यवाद।
Honorable Minister, please.
अध्यक्ष महोदया, आयुष्मान भारत प्रधानमंत्री जन आरोग्य योजना दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी सार्वजनिक रूप से वित्त पोषित स्वास्थ्य योजना है, जो भारत के आबादी के निचले 40% हिस्सा के गठन करने वाले 12.34 करोड़ परिवारों को लगभग 55 करोड़ लाभार्थियों को माध्यमिक और तृतीय देखभाल अस्पताल में होने के लिए प्रति वर्ष प्रति परिवार 5 लाख रुपए का स्वास्थ्य कवरेज प्रदान करता है। आयुष्मान भारत प्रधानमंत्री जन आरोग्य योजना के तहत लाभार्थियों को विकलांगता के आधार पर वर्गीकृत नहीं किया है और इसलिए स्वास्थ्य बीमा का लाभ उठाने वाले लोगों को संख्या का जानकारी उपलब्ध नहीं है। धन्यवाद।
Question number 102. Master Vivan, please.
माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय, क्या वित्त मंत्री यह बताने की कृपा करेंगे कि सरकार को देश में वर्तमान आर्थिक चुनौतियों को क्षेत्र में धीमी वृद्धि और मुद्रास्फीति के दबाव की जानकारी है? यदि हाँ तो इसका क्षेत्रवार विवरण क्या है? इन चुनौतियों से निपटने के लिए सरकार द्वारा अब तक कौन कौन से उपाय किए गए हैं और इन उपायों का आर्थिक पुनरुद्धार पर अब तक क्या प्रभाव पड़ा है? धन्यवाद।
Honorable Minister of Finance, please.
क से ख उत्तर सभा पटल पर रखा गया है। क और ख। हाँ महोदय, सरकार को वैश्विक आर्थिक परिस्थितियों, खाद्य और ऊर्जा कीमतों में वृद्धि और कुछ क्षेत्रों जैसे विनिर्माण, निर्यात, सूक्ष्म लघु एवं मध्यम उद्यमों (MSMEs) में असमान सुधार जैसी कुछ आर्थिक चुनौतियों की जानकारी है। यद्यपि सकल घरेलू उत्पाद (GDP) की समग्र वृद्धि दर सकारात्मक रही है, फिर भी विनिर्माण क्षेत्र ने वित्त वर्ष 2025 की पहली तिमाही ग. सरकार द्वारा उठाए गए प्रमुख कदम निम्नलिखित है. 2025 से 26 के केंद्रीय बजट में रुपए 11.1 लाख करोड़ की पूंजीगत व्यय योजना के माध्यम से निवेश को प्रोत्साहन, उत्पादन आधारित प्रोत्साहन, पीएलआई योजनाओं का विस्तार, भारतीय रिजर्व बैंक द्वारा मौद्रिक नीति के माध्यम से मुद्रास्फीति पर नियंत्रण के प्रयास, राज्यों को पूंजी निवेश हेतु विशेष सहायता, खाद्य मुद्रास्फीति पर नियंत्रण हेतु भंडारण से खाद्यान्न की निकासी तथा आयात शुल्क में समायोजन जैसे उपाय. घ. इन उपायों के सकारात्मक परिणाम दिखने लगे हैं. जुलाई 2025 में खुदरा मुद्रास्फीति घटकर 4.8% रह गई, जबकि अप्रैल 2025 में यह 6.7% थी. सेवा और बुनियादी ढांचा क्षेत्रों में भी अच्छी वृद्धि हुई है. जीएसटी संग्रह भी मजबूत बना हुआ है, जिससे उपभोग की प्रवृत्ति सकारात्मक बनी हुई है. सरकार इस स्थिति की लगातार निगरानी कर रही है और आवश्यकता अनुसार आगे और कदम उठाएगी. धन्यवाद.
Now, question number 103. Ms. Diksha, please.
Honorable Speaker, will the Minister of Women and Child Development be pleased to state whether the government has implemented any scheme for empowerment of women and development of children through non-government organization in Jharkhand, district-wise including Hazaribagh? If so, the details thereof. Whether the government has put in place any mechanism to monitor the functioning of NGOs working in this region. If so, the details thereof. Thank you.
Honorable Minister of Women and Child Development, please.
Honorable Speaker, a statement is laid on the table of the House. The Ministry of Women and Child Development implemented various schemes for welfare of women and children. Under its major umbrella schemes are Mission Shakti, Mission Saksham Anganwadi, Poshan 2.0 and Mission Vatsalya. Further, Sakhi Nivas, under the overarching scheme of Mission Shakti, is a demand driven by centrally sponsored scheme, under which funds are directly released to the states and duties for implementation. The Ministry of Women and Child Development implemented centrally sponsored scheme named Parna for all states and duties to provide daycare facilities and protection to the children. The Ministry has extended its free care facilities for healthcare through Anganwadi Circumcision. Further, funds are disbursed to the implementing agencies which are involved in the implementation of the schemes through public financial management system. Madam, the Ministry regularly engages with states and duties with regard to the implementation of the schemes. Thank you.
Supplementary question number 1. Ms. Jasmita, please.
Honorable Speaker, will the Minister of Women and Child Development be pleased to state A. Whether the government is aware that countries lagging far behind than other countries in terms of upbringing and well-being of children. B. If so, the details thereof. C. Whether any measures have been proposed by government in improving the standards of upbringing and well-being of children. If so, the details thereof. Thank you.
Honorable Minister, please.
Honorable Speaker, the Ministry is not lagging behind in terms of upbringing and well-being of children. Ministry strives to ensure the well-being of children by providing them safe, secure environment which is accessible, affordable and free from all types of discrimination. To achieve this, the Ministry has launched Saksham Anganwadi Poshan 2.0. The Mission Vatsalya is for development of children by safety and security. And Ministry has developed its age-appropriate teaching learning program for mental and intellectual stimulation. Thank you.
Madam, supplementary question please.
No more supplementaries, please. Now, question number 104. Master Vikram, please.
Honorable Speaker, Skill India, the grand intro to the nation by dazzling speeches, glossy brooches and torn promises with much fanfare in 2015 promised to skill over 40 crore Indians by 2022. Nearly a decade later, we are still busy counting how many are actually skilled, how many just received a certificate and a pat on the back. While the industry still complains about lack of employable candidates, the government claims lakhs straight without telling us how many are actually employed. So, will the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship be pleased to state A. Whether the government has undertaken any concrete and measurable steps to promote skill empowerment among rural youth in India? B. If so, the details of such initiatives, particularly in remote and backward regions. See, the results achieved so far, including the number of youths trained, certified and employed under various schemes. Thank you.
Honorable Minister of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, please.
Honorable Speaker, I must first thank the Honorable Member for his concern, which seems to be based on more nostalgia than on any recent facts. It appears, despite living in a digital age, the Honorable Member has somehow missed an entire decade of development under Skill Mission India. Yes sir, concrete steps are indeed being taken, not just in a vision of documents or the slogans, but an actual ground where rural live, work and aspire. We have operationalized over 700 plus rural skill center, JSS in 300 plus districts and mobile skill vans. Yes, they have wheels and move to reach most remote locations, but of course unless the Honorable Member assumes that nothing is happening. B. Backward and aspirational districts, those same districts were neglected for decades, now have skill hubs, rural self-employment training institutions, PM Vishwakarma Yojana targeted at traditional artisans. We have moved on to drone training, AI labs, digital bookkeeping and for SHG humans. But I know some are still buffering. See, under PMKVY and other schemes, over 1.5 crore of rural youth have been trained. Many are placed in formal jobs, MSME and even they started their own enterprises. Placement rate over 55% in the last batch. Self-employment rate increasing every quarter, women participation over 40% in rural scaling. But of course, the TV anchor shouts it out. These numbers seem imaginary to some. Thank you.
Supplementary question number 1, Ms. Manasvi, please.
Honorable Speaker, the schemes like PMKVY are frequently mentioned in government press releases. May I ask the Honorable Minister whether these skilling programs are actually translating into livelihoods, especially in rural and semi-urban belts where awareness, accessibility and digital infrastructure remain weak? Or is it just another certificate distribution drive with no serious mechanism for post-training job support or economic linkage? Thank you.
Honorable Minister, please.
Honorable Speaker, no, these are NSQF certified industry-aligned credentials, not mere participation trophies. We have linked them to job fairs, MSME, government procurement and other global migration programs. But I admit, it's harder to see success when political ladder is only turned into failures. After all, functioning skill center doesn't make a breaking news. And yes, awareness is being raised in the rural areas. We do it through panchayats, WhatsApp, community radios and even a thing called fieldwork. Something we are happy to introduce to our armchair critics. Thank you.
Supplementary question number 2, Ms. Apurva, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, will the Minister of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship be pleased to state A. Whether the Minister has conducted or planned to conduct an independent audit or economic impact on these rural skilling initiatives? If so, the details thereof. B. Have these schemes made a visible contribution to boosting local industries, supporting agriculture, adjacent occasion or creating rural entrepreneurs who can feed into their national economy or global value chain? Thank you.
Honorable Minister, please.
Honorable Speaker, A and D. Yes, we have commissioned impact assessment by reputed third parties, not party mouthpieces. I assure you, these reports show rising income level, lower dropout rate and uptick in rural entrepreneurships. Farm tool mechanics, rural electricians, local solar technicians are no longer informal odd jobs. They are GST registered service providers now. Thanks for skilling and credit linkage. And yes, rural India is not just producing labor, it is now producing value, dignity and taxable income. Thank you.
Now, question number 105, Master Prince, please.
माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय, क्या शिक्षा मंत्री बताने कृपा करेंगे कि कह सकते हैं कि वर्तमान शैक्षणिक सत्र में कक्षा 7वीं एवं 8वीं के पाठ्यपुस्तकों की आवक में विलंब हुआ है? ख, यदि हाँ तो उसके मुख्य कारण क्या है? ग, क्या सरकार द्वारा इस देरी को दूर करने हेतु कोई त्वरित कार्रवाई की गई है या की जा रही है? घ, जब तक पुस्तकें उपलब्ध नहीं हो जाती तब तक छात्रों की पढ़ाई निरंतर बनाए रखने हेतु क्या वैकल्पिक व्यवस्था की गई है? धन्यवाद।
Honorable Minister of Education, please.
माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय, कक्षा 7वीं और 8वीं की पाठ्यपुस्तकों की आपूर्ति में देरी होने के संबंध में मैं कहना चाहूँगा कि देरी अनेक कारणों से उत्पन्न हुई है, जैसे कि मुद्रण में विलंब, अधिक पैमाने पर पाठ्यपुस्तकों की छपाई के दौरान कागजों की उपलब्धता में कमी, तकनीकी दिक्कतें तथा मुद्रण इकाइयों पर अत्यधिक दबाव के कारण अपेक्षित समय पर कार्य पूर्ण न हो सका। पाठ्यक्रम में संशोधन, राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति के आलोक में कुछ पुस्तकों के पाठ्यवस्तु का पुनर्निरीक्षण एवं अध्ययन किया गया, जिससे अंतिम सामग्री अनुमोदन एवं मुद्रण में समय लगा है। वितरण में बाधाएं, कुछ राज्यों एवं केंद्रशासित प्रदेशों में वितरण हेतु परिवहन, भंडारण एवं स्थानीय स्तर पर समन्वय बाधाओं के कारण आपूर्ति में विलंब हुआ है। प्रशासनिक कारण, निविदा प्रक्रिया, अनुबंध की स्वीकृति एवं कुछ अन्य प्रशासनिक औपचारिकताओं से भी देर हुई है। महोदय, सरकार इस विषय को अत्यंत गंभीरता से ले रही है एवं समस्त एजेंसियों को निर्देशित किया गया है कि शीघ्र पुस्तकों की आपूर्ति पूर्ण की जाए। इसके अतिरिक्त अस्थायी समाधान के रूप में ई पाठ्य पुस्तक की सेवा सुनिश्चित की गई है ताकि विद्यार्थियों की पढ़ाई प्रभावित न हो। धन्यवाद।
Now, question number 106, Ms. Natri, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, will the Minister of Tourism be pleased to state A. Whether the government has taken up any initiatives to attract private investment in tourism sector? B. If so, the details thereof. C. Whether the government has taken any steps to identify barriers hindering private investment in tourism sector? D. If so, the details thereof. Thank you.
Honorable Minister of Tourism, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, A to D. Yes, the government has taken several steps to attract private investment in tourism sector. The steps taken include the following major initiatives in order to attract foreign investment in tourism sector. The 100% FDI or foreign direct investment is allowed under the on-demand route in tourism and hospitality industry in India, subjected to applicable regulations and laws. The 100% FDI is also allowed in the tourism construction projects, including the development of hotels, resorts, and recreation facilities. Further, based on the inputs received from the industries and stakeholders, the government has taken several steps to give fillip to the private investment through the declaration of status of tourism infrastructure for 3-star or high category classified hotels located outside the cities with more than 1 million populations. Second, ropeways and cable cars which are located outside are also included in the harmonized master list. Madam, the set of portals of National Single Window System (NSWS) and FIL Foreign Investment Facilitation by the Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade (DPIIT) is under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. The government is ensuring the ease of doing business. Thank you. Deputy Speaker, sir, a serious breach of privilege has been committed by Himanshu Chatterjee, Editor-in-Chief of the South Indian Times, while commenting on the recommendations set up to review the functioning of the Nagar Vidyalayas. The paper has attributed dishonest motives and I request you to allow me to raise a question on that matter now.
Honorable Member, have I given any notice of it earlier? You may give due notice and I shall consider it. You cannot spring a surprise on me like this.
Sir, I've already given notice of it at 10 a.m. today.
It will be examined when it comes to me. I shall consider it and let you know my decision. Now, paper to be laid on the table. Honorable Minister of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, please.
Sir, I beg to lay on the table a copy each of the following. A copy each in English and Hindi of the following notifications of Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. Department of Consumer Affairs under subsection 1 of section 105 of Consumer Protection Act 2019. 1. GSR 378E dated 1st July 2025 publishing the National Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission Group A Post Recruitment Amendment Rules 25. GSR 436E dated 1st July 2025, publishing the National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission Group A Post Recruitment Second Amendment Rules 2025. Thank you.
Secretary General to report the message from the upper chamber of the Youth Parliament.
Honorable Speaker, I have to report the following message. This is from the Secretary General of the Upper Chamber of the Youth Parliament. In accordance with the provisions of 111 of Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in the Upper House of the Youth Parliament, I am directed to enclose the copy of the WAF Amendment Bill 2025, which has been passed by the Upper Chamber at a sitting held on 20th July 2025.
Secretary General to lay on the table a copy of bill as passed by the upper chamber.
Yes, sir.
Honorable members, I have to make an announcement on behalf of honorable members of the House and my own personal behalf. I have great pleasure in extending a warm welcome to the Honorable Speaker, Mr. Ravido Elzanzo, the Speaker of President Youth Parliament and the Member of President Youth Parliament, High Power Delegation, Forum Visit to India as an honored guest, and the other honorable members of delegations are Mr. Christopher Edgar Ricardo and Ms. Gardino Hidalgo. We wish them a fruitful stay in our country, and we also convey our warm greeting and very best wishes to them, to the Prime Minister, the Government, the Youth Parliament and the friendly people of Brazil. Now, let us take up qualification motion under Rule 197. Ms. Manya and Mr. Vishal Kamal will now call the attention of Minister for External Affairs. Ms. Manya, please.
दुनिया की चौपाल लगी, सबने अपने झंडे गाड़े, हम भी पहुंचे बड़े गर्व से, पर सीट हमें पीछे मारे। पड़ोसी देशों के आंगन में अब औरों के झंडे लहराते, हम बस स्पीड से दोस्ती निभाते और फोटो खिंचवाते। विदेशी नीति की तार में अब पन्ने कम तस्वीरें ज्यादा, मंच पर तालियां गूंजे पर दुनिया में कोई असर आना। Honorable Deputy Speaker, with these lines I beg to call the attention of Minister of External Affairs towards the government's continued practice of bypassing the Parliament from a grave national importance. From border and security challenges with China and Pakistan. In the last few months alone, the international stage has seen developments that place India on diplomatic and strategic back foot. China's growing military presence in eastern Ladakh that suggests that PLA infrastructure are expanded even after multiple rounds of talks. Repeated infiltration attempts in Pakistan from Poonch and Rajouri sectors are in our cross-border terrorism networks are still active. India's non-invitation key to international security forums are weakening our diplomatic leverage. Recent G20 conferences language on Ukraine diluted under Chinese pressure, despite India's presidency raising question on our ability to hold our ground on global issues. Sir, I wish to know whether the Minister of External Affairs have any plan to tackle the situation. Thank you.
Honorable Minister for External Affairs, please.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, I am grateful to the honorable members for their concern. Sir, the government is committed to defend every inch of our territory and ensuring India's national security. While the operational details cannot be shared in the public domain for strategic reasons, I reject to claim that the Parliament has been silent. This House has been informed through regular statements and standing committee briefings. However, I acknowledge the concern of the honorable members and will place the consolidated report before the House without compromising our national security on our engagements with China and Pakistan. Let me assure the nation that India engages with the world from a position of our strength and our policies are guided by long-term strategic vision, not short-term political gains. Thank you.
Mr. Vishal Kamal, please.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, I beg to call upon the attention of Honorable Minister of External Affairs towards the Minister has repeatedly spoken of our so-called nuanced approach. I wish to ask, what nuance, sir? Is this something we can explain to the widows and parents of our soldiers who live under the shadow of constant cross-border attacks, while the government issues statement of strong condemnation? The perpetrators of terror, particularly from across the western border, remain unisolated in the international arena. Where is the decisive coalition building? Where is the sustained diplomatic offensive? Honorable Speaker, the nation demands not semantic subtlety but strategic strength? Will the government act or will it continue to hide behind the language of violence while our soldiers face the cost of inaction? Honorable Speaker, I wish to know from Honorable Minister of External Affairs that what measures have been initiated or going to be initiated to handle the situation. Thank you.
Honorable Minister, please.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, the government's approach to the terrorism is far from balanced. Our nonce approach combines robust security measures on the ground, targeted cross-border responses when necessary, and sustained diplomatic engagements to ensure that the sponsors of terrorism face growing isolation. I am proud to tell that we have succeeded in placing and retaining the names of the terrorist leaders in the international sanctions list, and our international cooperation with the key partners has never been stronger. However, we must act with strength and prudence to safeguard our national security, and I request the opposition to avoid the actions that could undermine our strategic objectives. Thank you.
आज मैं इस सदन का ध्यान एक ऐसे मुद्दे की ओर खींचना चाहती हूँ जो न केवल हमारी सुरक्षा से बल्कि हमारे जवानों की शहादत से जुड़ा है। सरकार बार-बार आतंकवाद पर अपनी तथाकथित सूक्ष्म या न्यूनचित की बात करती है। मैं पूछना चाहती हूँ ये सूक्ष्मता क्या है? क्या ये वही सूक्ष्मता है जो पुलवामा के बाद भी हमें सिर्फ बयानबाजी तक सीमित रखती है? क्या ये वही सूक्ष्मता है जिसके कारण सीमा पार के आतंकी ठिकाने आज भी सक्रिय हैं? माननीय सभापति, ये सूक्ष्म नीति हमारे जवानों के घर वालों को कौन समझाएगा जिनके बेटों की पार्थिव शरीर तिरंगे में लिपटा कर आता है? माननीय सभापति, ये सरकार शब्दों की राजनीति में माहिर है, लेकिन धरातल पर कार्रवाई में नाकाम है। सैनिक मोर्चे पर जान दे रहे हैं और यह सिर्फ मोर्चा की चल रहा है। मैं सरकार से स्पष्ट जवाब चाहती हूँ, ये सूक्ष्म नीति क्या देश को सुरक्षित बनाएगी या फिर ये केवल समय काटना और जनता को बहलाने का साधन है? धन्यवाद।
Honorable Prime Minister, please.
माननीय सभापति महोदय, मुझे ये सब सुनकर तो ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे इस आतंकवाद के सारे जिम्मेदारी इस सरकार की है और बाकी सब विपक्ष को छुट्टी पर भेज रखी है। विपक्ष के माननीय नेता ने जो भावनात्मक भाषण दिया उनमें तथ्यों से ज्यादा तंज थे। माननीय सभापति, ये कहना कि सरकार सिर्फ कड़े शब्दों में निंदा करती है हमारे सुरक्षा बलों, हमारी खुफिया एजेंसियों और हमारे कूटनीतिज्ञों के परिश्रम का अपमान है। सीमा पर हमारे जवान केवल चौकीदारी नहीं कर रहे बल्कि आतंक के ठिकानों को ध्वस्त कर रहे हैं। हमारे सूक्ष्म नीति का मतलब है दुश्मनों को जवाब देना, लेकिन देश को अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर अलग थलग ना पड़ने देना। हमने आतंकवादियों के नेताओं को वैश्विक प्रतिबंध सूची में डलवाया, कई देशों के साथ संयुक्त अभियान चलाए और जरूरत पड़ने पर सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक और एयर स्ट्राइक जैसे ये सरकार सिर्फ बयान नहीं देती, ये सरकार काम करती है और वही काम दुश्मनों को सबसे ज्यादा करता है। विपक्ष को भी चाहिए कि वे जवानों के मनोबल को गिराने के बजाय इस लड़ाई में एकजुट खड़े रहें। धन्यवाद।
Now, introduction of new bill. Honorable Minister of State for Law and Justice to introduce the bill.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move for leave to introduce the National Anti-Doping Amendment Bill 2025.
Now, the question is that the leave be granted introduce the National Anti-Doping Amendment Bill 2025. Those who are in favor of it, please say aye. Those who are against it, please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, and the ayes have it. Leave is granted.
Honorable Speaker, I introduce the bill. Thank you.
Now, let us take us the consideration of the right to recall People's Representatives Bill 2025. Minister of Law and Justice, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, I beg to move the right to recall People's Representatives Bill 2025 with the democratic approach be taken into consideration. Madam, India is the biggest democracy in the world. Voters elect their representatives based on electoral promises or manifesto. As expected, these promises are supposed to be made on some analysis and policy decisions, since these promises give an idea about the schemes and welfare measures that can expect the tenure. Of many issues in the Indian elections is the non-fulfillment of the vision presented during the election campaign. Hence, the bill is proposed to recall the representatives on failing to fulfill their promises. Speaker, Madam, recalling elected representatives is not a new concept. It is prevalent in Germany for upper house and in various provincial governments in USA and also in some states in India for local bodies. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, chairman of the drafting committee, once said, I quote, democracy is not just about voting, it's about ensuring that the people's voices are heard. I repeat, democracy is not just about voting, it's about ensuring that the people's voices are heard. The right to recall People's Representatives Bill 2025 is hereby proposed as follows. First, definition. The concept involves granting voters the power to remove the elected representatives before the end of their term if they are dissatisfied with their performance. 2. Short title, extent and application. A. This bill may be called as the right to recall People's Representatives Bill 2025. B. It extends to the whole of India. 3. Eligibility for the recall. A. The right to recall could apply to elected representatives at various levels, members of the parliament and members of the legislative assembly. B. The recall process might be initiated after a minimum period of the representative's term. 5. A minimum 25% of voters from the constituency would be required to sign the petition for it to be valid. 6. Verification of the petition. A. The Election Commission or an equivalent independent body would be responsible for verifying the authenticity of the petition, including the signatures. B. After verification, the body could decide whether to proceed with the recall process. 7. Recall election. A. If the petition is found valid, a recall election would be scheduled. B. In this election, voters would be asked whether they want to recall the representative. C. A simple majority could be required for the recall to succeed, or a higher threshold might be set to ensure that only significant discontent leads to recall. 8. Consequences of the recall. A. If the recall is successful, the representative would be removed from the office. B. A by-election would be held to elect a new representative for the remainder of the term. 9. Safeguards against misuse. A. To prevent frivolous or politically motivated recalls, restrictions could be placed on the frequency of the recall attempts. B. A financial penalty or bond might be required from the petitioners, refundable only if the recall succeeds. 10. Judicial review. A. Provisions for judicial review could be included to address any disputes or challenges related to the recall process. 11. Public awareness and education. A. The law might also include provisions for educating voters about the recall process, ensuring they understand their rights and responsibilities. Honorable Speaker, at this juncture, it is high time that we, the biggest democracy, formulate a new law which ensures the electors of their rights on recall their representatives on failing to stand up to their expectations. Madam, I am confident that all honorable members of this august house, irrespective of their party affiliation, welcome the bill wholeheartedly. Thereby, contribute to establish a voter-friendly society in the country. With these words, I move the right to recall People's Representatives Bill 2025 be taken into consideration. Thank you.
Motion moved that the new right to recall People's Representatives Bill 2025 be taken into consideration. Ms. Medini, please.
Honorable Speaker, I am very much grateful to you for making me a part of this debate. I rise to oppose the bill introduced by Honorable Minister of Law and Justice as it violates the basic objective of representative democracy. Ma'am, the idea of recall election was rejected by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar on November 29, 1948, when Lok Nagel proposed an amendment to the Article 88. Ma'am, it is also opposed by to recall can lead to excess of democracy, leading to unfortunate social and political consequences. Ma'am, I'm aware that this system is followed by a few countries, but not at the national level. Recently, government of Philippines cancelled its recall election due to financial burden. Though Honorable Minister and Treasury members have cited examples of those who have demanded for the inclusion of recall election system, they have not been considered by the government. Ma'am, therefore, I oppose the bill and urge the minister not to resort to an unscientific bill. महोदया, मैं इन पंक्तियों के साथ अपनी वाणी को समाप्त करना चाहती हूँ। जनता के नाम पर फिर एक नया तमाशा आया। जनता के नाम पर फिर एक नया तमाशा आया। राइट टू रिकॉल कहकर लोकतंत्र का मेला सजाया। कहते हैं कि अब जनता तय करेगी किसे रखना और किसे भगाना। कहते हैं कि अब जनता तय करेगी किसे रखना और किसे भगाना। जैसे देश चलाना कोई टीवी शो हो, जैसे देश चलाना कोई टीवी शो हो जहां पर हर हफ्ते वोट चलेगा। धन्यवाद।
Ms. Pragya, please. Honorable Speaker, ma'am, I rise to support the bill introduced by Honorable Minister of Law and Justice that tends to ensure the voters to right to recall representatives on failing to fulfill their promises. The idea of right to recall can be seen back during George Washington's time, as a letter written by him clearly says that Constitution will always be in the people. The government is made from some defined purposes and for some defined time limit. The representatives are answerable to the people and work for people's desire. In case they are contrary to their interests or do not agree to their wishes, their servants can and undoubtedly will recall. As Honorable Minister said, recall mechanism is practiced in many countries at different level of governance. Madam, I believe the idea of proposed bill is to check the corruption and criminalization of politics. The bill makes the elector aware towards electing an efficient representative. जो कहते थे हम जनता की सच्चे रखवाले हैं, आज कहते हैं ये बिल तो लोकतंत्र के लिए काले हैं। अरे जनाब, सच में सेवा की होते तो क्यों डरते? रिकॉल में तो जनता आपको फूलों से ही बनते। लगता है कुर्सी से मोह जरा ज्यादा है। जनता की नजर से बचने का इरादा है। जो 5 साल तक भरोसा ना निभा पाए, वो ही रिकॉल का नाम कर सुनकर पसीना खाए। मैडम, आई सपोर्ट द बिल। थैंक यू। Master Ashri, please.
Honorable Speaker, I am very much grateful to you for making me a part of this debate. I rise to oppose the bill introduced by Honorable Minister of Law and Justice. Ma'am, the proposed bill is inherently detrimental to the larger public interest and can create unnecessary chaos due to recurring recall elections, which can destabilize the government. The members of this august house are aware of performing state and national duties by serving larger interests and rising above the local electorate demands for the MPs and MLAs would be challenging, which may not fructify. In a country like ours, with inherent challenges, pluralistic society, diverse groups, interests, such a system could be vulnerable to abuse by influential groups and prone to misuse. Ma'am, this law could increase criminalization of politics, which may use force to negate any demand for a recall. This would empower the ones losing the election and disempower the popular choice of the electorate, as not all candidates will by huge margins of vote share. Therefore, I request the Minister to withdraw the bill. Thank you.
Ms. Ananya, please.
Honorable Speaker, I rise to support the bill introduced by the Honorable Minister of Law and Justice. Madam, the world's new and emerging democracies look at India, the world's largest democracy, as a model. The Indian fathers selected parliamentary democracy as a role model for a large and diverse nation like India. The Indian people are guaranteed the political justice by the Constitution itself. Madam, putting in place a system of de-electing the representatives is believed to infuse a greater accountability among representatives. The bill provides an option to correct the wrong without waiting for next 5 years. Madam, I am not able to understand that why the opposition members are scared of bill. It seems that they are getting afraid of being recalled if the law is enacted.
Madam Speaker, nobody is afraid of it because you know that the bill is brought as a continued part of political conspiracy to end up the opposition.
Please maintain silence.
Madam, please continue.
कहते थे हम जनता के सेवक हैं और अब पूछ रहे जनता हमें हटाएगी कैसे? अरे जनाब, सेवा असली की हो तो रिकॉल भी आपको खास पहनाएगा वैसे। डर उसी को लगता है जिसने आपके वादे कागज पर रख छोड़े। जनता ने आपको भरोसा किया और आपने तो 5 साल में बस भाषण ही बोले। Madam, I rightly remember what Tiruvalluvar, the great Tamil saint poet said. I quote, "The clouds withdraw seas and shower if the king misuses his power." I repeat, the clouds withdraw seas and shower if the king misuses his power. It was also referred to as a Rajadharma in Vedas. Rajadharma refers to the removal of the king when he fails to exercise a proper authority over his kingdom. But Speaker Madam, I have a query regarding Article 10A, that what is the mode of judicial review of recall petition? Therefore, Speaker Madam, I support the bill. Thank you.
माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय, विधेयक पर विचार करते हुए मैं ये कहना चाहती हूँ कि मंत्री जी ने इस दोषपूर्ण विधेयक को पेश करके एक गंभीर निर्णय लिया है। रिकॉल चुनाव संदेह के लिए जगह देता है और बदलेगी राजनीति का रास्ता देता है। ये बिल आम नागरिकों और राजनेताओं के बीच दरार पैदा करता है। महोदय, ये एक निर्वाचित प्रतिनिधि पर 10 साल के लिए राजनीतिक बहिष्कार थोपने जैसा लगता है, जो 500 ईसा पूर्व के दौरान एथेंस में प्रचलित था। महोदय, रिकॉल इलेक्शन एक बेकार विचार है क्योंकि मुख्य रिकॉल इलेक्शन विफलता में समाप्त होता है। सरकार इस बिल का एक और महत्वपूर्ण पहलू सरकार पर अनावश्यक वित्तीय बोझ और समय की बर्बादी है। इस विधेयक को लाकर सरकार केवल अनावश्यक अस्थिरता पैदा कर सकता है। इस तथ्य से भी अवगत हूँ कि पश्चिमी देशों में कुछ सफल उदाहरणों के साथ रिकॉल इलेक्शन विफल साबित हुआ है। इसलिए मैं इस बिल का विरोध करती हूँ और माननीय प्रधानमंत्री से तत्काल हस्तक्षेप की मांग करती हूँ कि इस बिल का दोषपूर्ण विधेयक पेश करने से रोके। धन्यवाद।
Honorable Prime Minister, please.
Honorable Speaker, I am grateful to you for making me a part of this debate and I thank my colleagues for their support and honorable opposition members for their concern. Madam, India has a long history concerning the right to recall. The right to recall was first demanded by Sachin Sanyal by the name of Right to Replace Public Servant in 1924. Mr. Sanyal mentioned in his manifesto that in this republic, the electors shall have the right to recall their representatives if so desired. Otherwise, the democracy shall become a mockery. Even in the Constituent Assembly, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel on 18 July 1947 debated as a part of proposal to amend the power of recall. Madam, I would like to bring the kind notice of opposition members that in 1944, Sir M. N. Roy, a veteran communist leader, proposed a decentralizing government and allowed his representatives to be recalled during their terms. Few years ago, Shri Somnath Chatterjee, a former Speaker of Lok Sabha, also agreed with Sir M. N. Roy. Madam, our government is committed to make India Vishwaguru by bringing back its glorious past. Our vision is to make India a role model representative democracy by enacting the law of right to recall. Thank you.
Honorable Minister of Law and Justice, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, I am grateful for Honorable Prime Minister and the members who have supported the bill. And I am also grateful to those who have made constructive criticism on the bill. Madam, I would like to make it clear that the judicial review of the recall petition will come under the jurisdiction of High Court and Supreme Court if any recall petition for the MLA and MP Lok Sabha respectively. Madam, I am confident that I have clarified all the doubts raised by the members. So I once again request this august House to support the bill. Thank you.
Now, the question is that the new Right to Recall People's Representatives Bill 2025 be taken into consideration. Those who are in favor of it, please say aye. Aye. Those who are against it, please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, and the ayes have it. Motion is adopted. Now, let us take a clause by clause consideration of the bill. Now, the question is that clauses 1 to 10 stand part of the bill. There is one amendment in Article 10A by Ms. Ananya. Ms. Ananya, are you moving it?
No, madam. I am satisfied by the reply given by the minister.
Now, the question is that the clauses 1 to 10 stand part of the bill. Those who are in favor of it, please say aye. Aye. Those who are against it, please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, and the ayes have it. The motion is adopted and the clauses 1 to 10 stand part of the bill. Now, the question is that the title stand part of the bill. Those who are in favor of it, please say aye. Aye. Those who are against it, please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, and the ayes have it. Motion is adopted and the title stand part of the bill. Minister of Law and Justice, please.
Madam, I move the bill be passed.
Motion moved that the bill be passed. Those who are in favor of it, please say aye. Aye. Those who are against it, please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, and the ayes have it. The motion is adopted and the bill is passed. The House is adjourned to meet again tomorrow at 11 a.m.